Hello, everyone. It's time for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 499, season 20. Today's date is December 5th, 2025, and welcome to the show. Yes, I'm doing a Friday podcast, and I'll explain why in a moment. Today I will talk about the 60th anniversary of the Christmas TV special, A Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm going to talk about its history, also my memories of watching the show. I still do to this day. And I will read a menu from Riccardo's Restaurant and Gallery Restaurant that was located at 437 North Rush Street in Chicago. Of course, it's an Italian place. I love Italian food, so this will be a lot of fun. Okay. Before I get started, the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Michelob Beer, and it's a Christmas commercial. This is from 1979. And the man who's speaking in the commercial is none other than John Forsythe, a voice of Charlie, and Blake Carrington from Dynasty. He was a great actor. I liked him so much, So sit back and relax. Let's go back to 1979 for Michelob Beer. Yeah, it's a Christmas commercial. And when I come back, I will talk about today's program. Also, the upcoming 500th episode. Okay, this will be fun. All right, and I'll be right back, folks. Thank you.
Holidays were made for Michelob. Hi. Holidays were made for special friends.
What better beer than Michelob for the holiday season? Special enough to make the right impression, friendly enough to show you care. No wonder Michelob has become a holiday tradition.
Holidays were made for Michelob.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial for Michelob Beer. It's a Christmas episode. I remember these when I was in high school. They used to advertise Michelob. And, John Forsythe did the voice during he was Charlie in Charlie's Angels. And then he became Blake Carrington in Dynasty in 1981. I don't know if he continued after that. I don't think so. No, probably not. Anyway. You don't see him in the commercials. You just hear his voice, and he's got that distinct voice. It's him. Okay, let me give you a brief history about Michelob. It was introduced in 1961, and then it was bottles, and they introduced in cans in 1966. And what was unusual was the shape of the bottle. It's like a teardrop. That's what I drank Michelob beer in the past. I liked it. I really do. Now, they changed the bottles, and then now it's Michelob. Then they introduced Michelob Light in 1978. I probably had it once. Michelob Classic Dark was in the 80s. I think I tried that once also. I don't remember. Then now the most popular brand is Michelob Ultra. I never tried it. I don't know how it tastes. Is it because I don't like light beer? It tastes phony to me. Also, I don't drink much American beer. I drink Fixed beer. That is a Greek brand. I like that a lot. I really do. The only thing that's close to it, like maybe Coors Light or what's another one? I can't think of it on the top of my head. So for beer, I just like Greek beer. Yeah, it's very good. There's Fix, Alpha, and Mythos. I tried Mythos. I've had Fix, Alpha, never had it. I think there are others. I'm not sure. Okay. All right, at the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about the 60th anniversary of the Christmas TV special, A Charlie Brown Christmas. It premiered on December 9th, 1965 on CBS, and that is WBBM TV, Channel 2 in Chicago. Also, I'll read a menu from Riccardo's Restaurant and Gallery, which was located at 437 North Rush Street. in Chicago, in the Gold Coast neighborhood. Before I get started, you probably know the news by now. This is the 499th episode. Episode 500 is coming soon. I probably do it Sunday, I think. I hope it don't interfere with the Bears Green Bay Packers game. Because that's what people are talking about for the past week. Oh, it's going to build up. I know. So, anyway, I digress. So the 500th episode is coming up. I made a video yesterday to explain. I will talk about how I started the podcast and why I decided it. I will do I'll say some random things. I'll talk about Van Chicagoland. I won't read a menu, not this time. So it would just be about me and what I do. So it'd be fun, I'll talk about past episodes that I enjoyed. I'll do that as well. This will be great. I can't believe I've reached this far. No clue at all. I started this in March of 2021. I was going to start in 2020, but a lot of I was sick. I was recovering from prostate cancer, and a lot of things were going on, and I wasn't up to it. So I waited a while. I wanted to do it in January 2021, but I waited because I still wasn't 100% better. Then I decided in March. And I'll tell the full story in the next episode. Okay, I will do that. I promise. I'm not going to do a podcast tomorrow. Usually on Saturday, I'm going out to breakfast with a friend. So we'll do it Sunday. Okay. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's get started. We're going to talk about a Charlie Brown Christmas. You're probably asking yourself why I'm talking about this. It's very special. It's very special to me. It's one of my favorite holiday TV programs growing up. There were others, of course. There was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. What's the other one? Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Now, I love that one. That's one of my favorites. And there are others, There's Christmas movies. During December, I will probably talk about Christmas themes like that. For example, probably my favorite movies, TV shows, probably, stores, department stores that's related to Christmas. We'll do that. And I can't think. There was one thing. There's something else I forgot. I'll think of it. Okay, so the program premiered, like I said before, December 9th, 1965, and it was the first TV special based on the comic strip Peanuts by Charles M. Schulz. And so that was very exciting. Peanuts premiered in 1950, and the comic strip, I used to read, I did a podcast episode, I've been reading books about Peanuts, Charlie Brown, Lucy, Linus, and all the gang like that. And I enjoyed it very much. I still do. I love that comic strip. The special was sponsored by Coca-Cola, which I didn't know. And it was written over a period of several weeks, produced in 6 months of a small budget. So it's not the greatest animation. It's fine, So, and then you have the soundtrack, which we're all familiar with, and that's it's a jazz score. It was composed by pianist Vince Guaraldi. I can't pronounce his name. When it premiered, it got huge ratings. It premiered, I think, at 6:30 in the evening on Channel 2, WBBM. The Munsters were there. They preempted them. And, it was a hit. And then it repeated the following year, became a big hit, and it's been repeated ever since. I'll get to that in a moment. The plot of the show was Charlie Brown doesn't have the Christmas spirit. He doesn't understand the true meaning of Christmas anymore. So he goes visits Lucy. She's at the psychiatric booth telling the problem. like you need a hobby. You need something to lift your spirits. Okay. So that's good. That's a good advice, and she suggested that he direct the group's annual Christmas play. Okay, that sounds good. And he accepted. He was, because usually he's not offered stuff. And one scene is like, my favorite is like Snoopy's decorating his doghouse, and he's a sneaky dog, a very sneaky dog. Okay, so at the play, all the kids gather around, but they don't listen to him, because they're too busy dancing. They were uncooperative. They just doing their own thing. And Lucy insisted to be Christmas Queen. So someone suggested, why don't you get a Christmas tree? And, okay, he said he would do that. And him and Linus went down to the tree lot and got the most sorriest looking tree you ever saw in your life. It was like very small, black branches, and it just, it looks so sad. And he brought it over there. Before Charlie Brown and Linus brought the tree, there was one scene where Linus is with Schroeder. No, not Linus. Lucy with Schroeder. He's playing Jingle Bells. One of my favorite scenes is like when Lucy at the rehearsal is telling people, you got to do the right way of, acting in a play. And then Snoopy's mocking her. And then he kisses her or licks her, and then she went bananas. So that was fun. Anyway, so he brought the tree, Charlie Brown, that is, brought a small withering sapling. And everyone berated him. He did something stupid, and he just walked away. So Linus says he just needs a little love. So they decorated it with, they took the ornaments and the lights and all the decorations from Snoopy's doghouse and decorated the tree. And they did that. And it turned out beautiful. And then Charlie asked, what's going on? And he said, and they all said, Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. And then they all sang together, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. That was at the end. So that's a nice feeling, Also, Linus recited something from the King James Version of the Bible. He did that. So that was something. Okay. So that was sponsored by Coca-Cola. And then later on, I remember in the 70s, I used to start watching it. I didn't see it in the 60s. I was too little. So it was in the 70s. I was on Channel 2. And they sponsored by Dolly Madison. Their wonderful cakes. The singers, the cuckoos, and the pies. Right now it's bought by Hostess. You still have singers like that. And I used to watch it every year. Then they also had a soundtrack of that. You could buy it, maybe download it on your computer or order it on Amazon, and burn it. I don't know if people do that anymore. You burn the CD. Or you get it on YouTube like that. And then, so it got good reviews and all that, so that's fine. And then it was on for CBS, and then ABC started in 2001. They had the rights. And they had the 40th anniversary in 2005, and that's cool. They did that. Then in October 2020, Apple TV acquired the rights, so you can't watch it free, which was disappointing to me and a lot of people, but wasn't fair, It's still there until 2030, so you have about 5 years. They aired it on PBS about 2021 and 2022, and I watched it, so that's good. And then they stopped. So if you want to watch it, without going to Apple TV and paying for it, just buy the DVD. They have a Blu-ray. They have a Blu-ray version of all the Charlie Brown TV specials, and that's included the Charlie Brown Christmas. I might buy that, so you can watch it anytime, anywhere. Anywhere. on your DVD player. If you have a DVD player, a lot of people don't, but I still do. I prefer physical media to watch stuff because that's the only way. Because you get the extras, so like that. And it's a funny thing. It was released on home video for the first time in 1985 on VHS, with VCR and Betamax. If you find a rare Betamax of that, that'd be cool. They're probably floating around somewhere on eBay or somebody has it. Of course, you have to buy a Betamax player that still works. No. That's tough. Okay. So that's one of my favorite Christmas specials, and I just love it. I really do. And a lot of people do as well. Okay. Right now, I'm going to take a break. First, I'm going to play a promo of the special that aired on CBS. I don't know exactly what date. It's a promo for the Charlie Brown Christmas. I found that. I downloaded it, so you can listen to that for the first time. You can watch it on YouTube if you like. It's there. After that, when I come back, I will read a menu from Riccardo's Restaurant and Gallery that was located at 437 North Rush Street in Chicago. This will be a lot of fun. Okay? So sit back and relax. Let's go back to 1965 for the promo of A Charlie Brown Christmas. Aired on WBBM TV, Channel 2 in Chicago. And I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Thank you.
Snowtime, wintertime, Christmas time. The time of sugar plums, Santa Claus, and at last those lovable children from Peanuts. Enjoy A Charlie Brown Christmas. Meet Charlie Brown, Schroeder and Beethoven, Lucy, and that impudent hound, Snoopy.
That's terrible, Charlie Brown!
Here comes Charlie Brown now. Listen.
Thanks for the Christmas card you sent me, Violet. I didn't send you a Christmas card, Charlie Brown. Don't you know sarcasm when you hear it?
Be here as your favorite comic strip comes to life. This year, enjoy A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Okay, everyone, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the promo for Charlie Brown Christmas. It aired in 1965. It must have aired a week before or during, up to the time, for the TV special to set it, for its debut on that day, on December 9th in 1965. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Right now, I'm going to read a menu from Riccardo's Italian Restaurant and Gallery. Someone, I forgot who mentioned this to me. Oh, yeah. It was a friend of mine. She says, why don't you do Riccardo's? And I said, okay, I will do that. I don't think I did a menu. I probably posted something like that. Okay, so that restaurant opened in 1934, owned by Rick Riccardo. His real name was Navaretti. Maybe it's his middle name. I don't know. I'm not sure. So you know what else he owned? I don't know if he owned Pizzeria Uno. Maybe it was him. I'm not sure. So he was born in Italy. He came here from the United States. Came from Italy to the United States in 1920. He did that, so I believe he did own that. And then I don't know if I think if you watch the PBS story of food, they talk about Pizzeria. I think he was mentioned. I got to watch this again, so I'm not sure. So, and then he opened a place called Riccardo's Pizzeria, like that. Let's see. So, and there was another man. His name was I'm trying to read his name. Ike Sewell. Yeah. So they were. He was a liquor salesman. They got into partners like that, and so like that. So, and then I think, so he did open Riccardo's in 1934. He did that. And let's see. So what was unique about this restaurant? It was a hangout for journalists, like for the Chicago Tribune, maybe the Sun-Times. There were other newspapers at the time. There was the Chicago American. What was it? The Chicago Daily News. Yes. And it was just a hangout for artists, writers, journalists, opera singers, movie stars, admin, drunks. So it was called the Montmartre. I can't pronounce it. It's Montmartre of the Midwest. Okay. That's what it was. And what was unusual, there was some sort of sculptures, and that's what it was, the gallery part. And they were hang or painted or just placed, around the place, somewhere around the bar or, at the restaurant. And there was one called there was some murals. It was called the Seven Lively Arts. I was there. And, according to some people, they loved that restaurant for not just for their wonderful Italian cuisine, but, just to look at this beautiful pieces of art, that they sit there and just admire them, like that. So that's kind of cool, like that. Okay. And so he died Riccardo died October 11th, 1954. He was only 51 years old. He was very young. His son, Rick Jr., took over, but according to some sources, he was reluctant to do it. He wasn't really interested. So I don't know who took over the restaurant during that time after his death. And I know towards the end when the restaurant closed, it was the Angelo brothers. They were Greek brothers. They took over that, and the food remained the same, like that. I don't know if it was same as before. I don't know. Finally closed, I believe, in 1989. That's when the restaurant closed. And then it was bought out by some developers, and right now there's nothing. So I didn't have a chance to look at the Google Maps, see what it is over there. Okay. So right now I'm going to read a menu. I'm going to bring it up right now. Here we go. Every Italian menu always has a wine list, so I'm not going to read all the wines. They had Italian red, French red, rose wines, Italian white, French white, German wines. They had that. Domestic wines. So those were imported. What I just read. Domestic wines was red and white. They had Chianti, Burgundy, Martini, you name it. They had all that. Domestic rose. They had Masson. They had that. They had champagnes and sparkling Burgundy. They had that. So I'm going to read the menu right now. And I will read the prices, I promise. So that's good. Okay. All right. So here we go. It was served a la carte. So they had soups. One, they had minestrone, comes in a cup, 50 cents. They're all 50 cents. So it's minestrone cup, chicken broth cup, and French onion soup cup, all 50 cents. I don't know what year is the menu. It doesn't say, so I have no idea. Hors d'oeuvres served for two. This is a meal itself. It says in parentheses, special antipasto continentale. I can't say it. Continental, or it's continentale. $3.50. Millefori salad bar, combination of salad greens, seafood, meats, and relishes of all varieties. That was $2. And so the antipasto was $3.50. They had antipasto Riccardo, $1.50. Shrimp Arno, $1.25. Shrimp cocktail, $1.15. Chicken salad bowl, $1.50. Crab meat salad bowl, $1.75. Caesar salad, $1.65. And shrimp salad bowl, $1.65. Seafood. Shrimps Newburg, $2.50. Lobster tail broiled with drawn butter, $3.50. Lobster Newburg, $3.50. I always want to try that. I really do. Broiled whitefish, $2.25. And filet of sole, sauté menuire, $2. And they include French fried or shoestring potatoes. Okay? All right. Italian specialties. Spaghetti with meat sauce, $1.25. Spaghetti with Italian sausage, $1.65. Linguine with clam sauce, $1.75. Spaghetti alla marinara, $1.50. Spaghetti with chicken livers, $1.75. Spaghetti with meatballs, $1.50. Spaghetti with clam sauce, $1.75. Vermicelli with meat sauce, $1.25. Ravioli al forno or meat sauce, $1.50. Green noodles al forno, $1.35. Lasagna imbottiti, it's spelled IMBOTTITE, $1.85. I can't pronounce. My Italian's bad. My Greek is bad too at times. I've been told. Okay. Meat. Prime filet mignon with mushrooms, $4.25. Prime sirloin steak with mushrooms, $4.50. Broiled pork chops, $2. Scallopini alla marsala, $2.50. Scallopini alla Tosca, $2.50. Special Parmigiana, $2.75. And veal Parmigiana, $2.50, which is one of my favorites. Includes French fried potatoes and salad bowl. Fowl, special chicken Riccardo, $2.85. Chicken Vesuvio, $2.75. Chicken alla cacciatora, $2.60. Half broiled chicken, $2.25. Okay. Now, before I get to the salads and the potatoes, and the sandwiches, I'm going to read the after dinner specialties. Okay. After theater specialties, excuse me. That's what it's called. Okay. Chicken liver marengo, $2. Chicken terzini, $2. Chef special and casserole, $2. Welsh rarebit, $2. Eggs Benedict, $2. Jelly omelet, $1.25. Mushroom omelet, $1.50. Scrambled eggs with chicken livers, $1.50. Shrimps Vesuvio, $2.50. French fried shrimps, $2. Broiled prime butt steak, $3, served with salad bowl. Minute steak, prime sirloin, $2.75, served with salad bowl. Steak sandwich, prime tenderloin, $3, served with grilled onions. Pepper steak alla verde, $2.50. Braccioli al Albertina, I don't know what that is, $2.75. Vitella alla Romana, $3. Shrimp salad mayonnaise, $1.25. Chicken salad with mayonnaise, $1.25. And fresh fruit salad plate, $1.75, served with either sherbet or cottage cheese. Okay. Salads, they had sliced tomatoes, 30 cents. Lettuce and tomatoes, 40 cents. Head lettuce, 50 cents. Combination salad bowl, 50 cents. And dressings, they had French dressing or oil and vinegar or Roquefort cheese or Thousand Island. Vegetables, they under that category is fresh asparagus with hollandaise sauce, 75 cents. Oh, that sounds good. Potatoes, they had French fries. They're all 50 cents, so it's French fried, cottage fried, shoestring, and American fried. Okay. Sandwiches. They had club sandwich, $1.50. Chicken sandwich, $1. Turkey sandwich, $1. Turkey and bacon sandwich, $1.25. Okay, cheeses. Excuse me. Imported Camembert, 50 cents. Gorgonzola, 50 cents. And Roquefort, 50 cents. They're all 50 cents. Desserts and beverages, which is my favorite, as always. Zebaglione, $1. I don't know what that is, but it sounds wonderful. Spumoni, 40 cents. Italian rum cake, 50 cents. Cheesecake, 50 cents. Pecan pie, 30 cents. Sherbet vanilla or chocolate ice cream, 25 cents. Apple pie, 30 cents. Cherry pie, 30 cents also. Cafe espresso, 25 cents. And coffee, tea, or milk, I sound like a stewardess, 15 cents. So, that was fun. Yeah. Okay, that was wonderful. All right. So that's it for this program. Let me do a recap of what I've talked about. I talked about the 60th anniversary of the TV special A Charlie Brown Christmas. It aired on December 9th, 1965 on CBS at WBBM TV Channel 2 in Chicago. Also, I read a menu from Riccardo's Italian restaurant and gallery that was located at 437 North Rush Street in Chicago, in the Gold Coast neighborhood. Okay, so let's see what else. I forgot to get the phone number. Do I have the phone number? I don't know. I'll look it up. Let's see. If I don't, then we'll skip it. So, I'll look it up. I love reading phone numbers. I don't know what it is. I love reading them. Here we are. Okay, here it is. Just a minute. Found an old matchbook from that. Oh, it doesn't say. Hold on. Oh, that drives me crazy. Okay, here we go. Nah, it doesn't say either. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. So, here it is. Okay. The phone number at the time was, here we go, WH4-8815. I think it's Whitehall. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Good Pods, Podbean, Breaker, Overcast, iHeartRadio. If you have those apps on your phones or your tablets or desktop, tap on them, tap follow. You receive a notification of the latest episode. Okay. Also be on my blog, www.vanishinggoblin.blog. It'll be listed there. There's a link. It'll take you right there to listen. You can listen to any device that I just mentioned before. Also be on my YouTube channel. And again and again and again, people ask me, where do I find your podcast? I want to listen to your podcast. I'm interested in your podcast. Go to YouTube. Type in the search engine, Vanishing Goblin Stories, or the podcast. My name, Pete Castanes. You will find it. Click subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. You receive a notification of the latest episode. All the previous episodes are there. Also be shared on my social media accounts, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, that's cool. And don't forget, I believe this coming Sunday will be the 500th episode of Vanishing Goblin Stories, the podcast. I am so excited. I don't know. I can't get over myself with that. It's just amazing. I've gone this far. I'm still talking. It's amazing. Some people stop podcasts for a while because of, they're busy and they're bored. They're bored talking about it. I know one particular person I always tell them, don't stop. You have a fan base. You have a subject that you love so much. Continue it. Do that. But he doesn't have. He told me he don't have time. But make sure you make the time. You could do that. I think he accepted my advice, so we'll see. All right. So I'm looking forward to the 500th episode. Like I said, I will talk about how the podcast started and some random things, about Vanishing Goblin. This will be a lot of fun. One last thing I'm going to mention, the rest of the episodes for the remainder of the month will be Christmas themed. I will still read menus, a couple of Christmas ones and maybe regular ones. You see, they're hard to find. Christmas menus are hard to find in the internet. Okay. So this is Pete Castanes, your host of Vanishing Goblin Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. It's a little warmer. The sun's out. I took the super cool moon, the super cold moon yesterday. If you saw that, that's nice. So here's bye-bye for me, and here's a little traveling music from our famous Chicago legend and great guy, Ray Rayner, saying bye-bye-bye. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you on the 500th episode. Okay. So long. Bye.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.